Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, 2 big returns, 2 big stories. Celine Dion is coming back to Vegas. We have all the details. And Dexter is coming back to what he does best, which is, well, you know, we have it all in the hot dish. Then for the rest of the hour, it's another Jason Show staff extravaganza. From close talkers to slow drivers, we are talking about all of life's biggest pet peeves. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Bryceland. Good morning, Anoka. And good morning, Virginia. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and America's favorite mechanic, Kendall Mark, everybody.
I like that one.
Right. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, Virginia, Minnesota. I don't know if they still do. Someone will tell us. They used to have this really good restaurant there, and I'm trying to twiddle my thumb.
Put your nose on what it is?
Yeah, she knows. And I can't figure it out. But somebody let us know from Virginia. Got a good restaurant there.
Okay, well, I mean, a good restaurant in Virginia.
Why not?
Is it north or south, Virginia? It's north. North.
Yeah.
Up there. Okay. Well, I love a good restaurant.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Anyway.
I love a good audience, too. Let's say hello to our audience member today. It's Cassie. Good morning, Cassie. Is it Cassie or Casey? Is it Cassie or Casey?
Yeah.
Cassie, okay. Cassie, where are you zooming in from?
Wisconsin.
Oh, we are not. You know what? We're having trouble hearing you. So we'll get that fixed and we'll come back to you in just a little bit. We're having some audio issues. Again, it's the era of Zoom. You're looking it up, aren't you? You're Googling.
I was actually looking up what we're going to talk about today.
Oh, which
Our
is
responses on Instagram to it.
pet peeves. I love this topic. You know, on the radio show, we did it on day 1 of the show. It's called Best Thing Ever, or I'm sorry, not Best Thing Ever. We call it Driving Me Crazy, where people list off what drives them nuts. And we used to do it every day. I love it because, look, there are such serious things going on in the world, but it does feel good to just let it out about the little things in life. And we all have it. You know, it's a stress,
Right.
it's a fun stress reliever. That's what we hope today's show is going to be.
It's such a familiar thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's almost comfort in being annoyed with little things sometimes.
So if you, I'm sorry, so I didn't mean to cut you off there. So if you all watching haven't participated yet, if you go to the Jason Show Instagram or Facebook page, you'll see the post at the very top. Let us know what your pet peeve is. You guys are funny. We were reading some of them. Y'all are funny. We're going to be reading a lot of those throughout the show. Ted has one that we do not understand.
No, honestly, we can't give it away.
We honestly don't have a clue.
No.
We don't know why. We don't know why this is a pet peeve.
No.
But that's why we love Ted.
Yeah. Executive producer Jeff told us after the show yesterday, he said, do you want to know what it is? So he told you and I, and we all went like this.
We all went like that, and we said, this is why Ted's single.
Huh.
Yeah. No, we didn't say that.
Ted.
Hashtag, we love Ted.
We do.
We also love the hot dish. Roll it, Steve. Let's get started. We got some good stuff today. I don't know why I did dramatic
Friday.
swoosh. Yeah. This is such good news. One of Las Vegas's most anticipated new hotels, Resorts World. I'm not kidding. It is the size of New Hampshire, this hotel. Anyway, is scheduled to open this summer, and they just announced who will help christen the $4 billion hotel. Look at this. In a new promo with the theme, Stay Fabulous, Girl. Katy Perry, Carrie Underwood, and the legend herself, Celine Dion, will headline at the hotel's 5,000-seat theater. Details on the concerts will be revealed in the coming weeks. Oh, Celine. Celine had one of the most successful Las Vegas residencies ever, grossing nearly $400 million from 2003 to 7. Then she came back. I saw her in like 13 at Caesars. Because people forget, the Caesars Coliseum was built for Celine's show. That's how you know you're big.
Right.
Is when a theater is built for you.
Right.
This show, we evicted one of the news shows. We just said, this studio, it was one of the news shows. We said, get out. We're taking over. And we started building.
Just an old frying pan here.
Yeah.
An old demo set there.
There was a kitchen.
Yeah.
Get out. We're building a talk show. They built something for Celine.
I'm like really excited about all the people they listed. They also talked about Luke Bryant, country lovers. You'll like that. And then for all my people, they're going really good here with Zed and Tiesto. Do you listen to house music? EDM?
There's two things I want to ask. When you say your people,
Yeah.
Who are they?
They're people who really like to listen to EDM music.
Okay.
That's the music that like a lot of you find really annoying.
You said Zed. That's a villain in Superman. General Zod.
He's also a really good DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, he and Tiesto.
I know. I've heard of him.
Okay, see, we're getting somewhere.
We are, Kendall. See, I teach you about terms of endearment and beaches, and you teach me about
Tiesto and Zed.
what she said. I am old.
I am hip.
Steve, go ahead. Hip. Steve,
Okay,
let's do this.
earliest.
Old. Hip. Hip.
Yeah.
Old.
Your hip is old?
My hip is old. She made a hip joke. It's way too early for that. I'm only in my mid-40s, little lady.
They don't lie. Those hips
Little
don't lie.
ladies, what is this? What, little lady, what am I, from the 50s?
See, you're
Yeah.
making yourself old jokes.
I know. Well, that bartender did say, oh, I think you're 42. Next in the dish, must-see TV returned for one night last night. George Clooney, Juliana Margulies, Anthony Edwards, and the rest of the cast from ER reunited for a special Zoom call. They talked about whether there could ever be like a real reboot. Look.
The hardest part is that when you look at the show, you know, and consistently over, you know, so many years, it would be hard to say that you could do it at the level that we did it. You know, I'm not sure that that's available because, boy, you watch. Juliana, I've been actually watching it a little bit because my wife's watching it, which is very odd.
Huh.
And I have to say, you know, it's such great television.
I don't think you can reboot it. I think it's what George said. You can't capture lightning in a bottle twice. You know, I mean, I think you have to leave what was so beautiful and move on because it just feels cheap. It feels like it would cheapen it.
I don't disagree. You know, TV shows exist. Their success depends on timing, the mood of the country, the mood of entertainment. You know what I mean? And ER came at a time where hospital shows had gone away for a while.
Right.
You know, because TV is very cyclical, if you think about it. You know, in the mid 80s, there was a lot of like 84 with the Cosby Show. It brought back sitcoms. But if you look at the beginning of the 80s, sitcoms were out of fashion. It was all cop shows and fantasy shows.
Right.
You can also look at the 80s and look at primetime soaps. And then the 90s, sitcoms came back. You had TGI, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
and there weren't a lot of hospital shows until 94 when ER came. And then you had Grey's Anatomy. I mean, that led the way.
Right.
So she's right about timing. I don't know if you could don't call it ER.
Right, when we've seen that. We've seen them try to
We've seen
reboot
it.
Dallas. We saw them try to do 90210. We've
Yeah.
seen you try to do things again. There's a magic. Don't mess with the magic.
And sometimes the magic doesn't transfer.
No.
It just doesn't, no matter how bad you want it to. The online special benefited, by the way, a clean water nonprofit. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw yesterday, Shawn Mendes is endorsing a clean water. And you got to take a look at this video. It's like a hip young person water. And it's in a box because, you know, no plastic.
Oh, it's in a box.
It's in a
Okay.
box, and he's drinking it. And it's just a weird commercial. Just want to put it out there.
Do you think it's really one of those like mini wine boxes that they're pretending is water so that all the moms can be like, it's just water?
No, I think he's healthy.
Oh, okay.
I think it's really water. He just keeps calling it hydration. He goes, you know, hydration means a lot to me. Back in my day, it was just I'm drinking water. Now you have to say hydration.
I like to be very hydrated.
That's right. Next in the dish, Wonder Woman herself, Gal Gadot, visited Kimmel last night. She talked about a cooking fail early on in the pandemic. Look at this.
you know, the early days of pandemic when you start drinking like mimosa or sangria or whatever at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I decided I'm gonna make a cabbage salad because that's what one wants to do.
Okay.
Anyway, so I started to chop the thing, and I chopped the top of my finger.
Oh, I did that too. I chopped the top of my finger off, cutting Parmesan cheese. Well, you were cutting cabbage?
Do you have any feeling in the top of the
No, I have
finger?
no feeling.
None.
None at all.
Me too.
And I
Me too.
touch it all the time. I'm obsessed with it now. It's
Me
weird.
too, because I'm waiting for it to come back. It's never there. Yeah. Anyway, Ron went to the chopping board and he held the finger.
He did.
And then he got so disgusted that he threw it into the garbage.
No, he did not. What? Well, you can't have any more kids with him.
I know.
Speaking of kids, Gal is pregnant and expecting her third kid.
Wow, he threw
The Wonder Woman's third kid. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's just funny like this. My dad lost part of his finger once at my cousin's house.
Was
in a
that when he
folding
was shooting
chair.
the snake when you were on the tire swing?
No, it was when he was sitting in a folding chair, so you can just figure it out. Anyway, my cousin had to pick up the finger and put it in a bag, and they were able to put it back. She just talked about it, so you can do it. It's fascinating.
Ted, can we go to commercial? We do need to go to a commercial, don't we? We are authorized to go to a commercial. I think I need a mimosa right now. Can we get a mimosa? Or how did she say it? I loved how she said it.
Mimosa.
Lots more to come, everybody. We'll be back right after this. Oh, my goodness, Kendall. Something like that. Trust me, my friends, the fun is just getting started. Coming up next, America's favorite serial killer with a heart is back. We have a very small, little bitty sneak peek at the reboot of Dexter. Then for the rest of the hour, it's just family. Today's Jason Show Staff Extravaganza is all about the little things in life that drive us crazy. We are celebrating pet peeves when we come back.
At our show, we go out in the street the week before the Academy Awards to ask people what they thought of the show, even though the show hasn't happened yet. And we've done it again with a new batch of fake newsers in a brand new Oscar edition of Lie Witness News.
Were you surprised that Maury Povich won for his role telling Anthony Hopkins that he was the father and the father?
Yes, I grew up watching Maury Povich, so it was I thought it was kind of a little silly. I mean,
Were you rooting for him?
I was hoping that Anthony Hopkins would win, but it did surprise me that Maury Povich won.
Cynthia, we're talking about the Oscars. You were watching last night?
Yes.
Glenn Close got up during her acceptance speech and thanked Satan. What was your reaction when she did that?
It's not a time, there wasn't a place for it. People have their own beliefs, and you know that it's what they feel, but this venue wasn't the place for that.
Not the place for Satan?
Not the place to be speaking or thanking Satan. You know, I'm totally against Satan. I'm totally against everything that he stands for.
Oh.
But like I said, if people have their own beliefs on whatever it may be, there's a time and a place for that in their own personal areas.
That's right, ladies. Right, Kendall? I guess there's a time and place for Satan, I guess,
Yeah.
according to her.
Yeah, personally against Satan, but you know.
But
yeah.
there's a time for it, I guess. No, Lie Witness News, Oscar edition on Kimmel. I don't want to be mean, but when I watch the Lie Witness News bit, I just think to myself, are they really...
No, I think
You know the word I want to use, but I'm trying to be
know.
nice.
You know what bothers me, I think, is that we're so okay with just blatantly lying about things. Like, they're all lying out of their booty. They have no idea what he's talking
no
about, and
idea.
they're giving a whole spiel. Like, how can you just lie that casually? That's what bugs me.
But is it because they have a camera in their face?
Oh, totally.
Is it pressure mixed with the desire to be on television, mixed with the ease of lying?
Still, it's just like, it's so disturbing.
I know, but yet funny.
Yet,
gonna say.
very funny.
Just saying, say. More late night. Kevin Bacon was on with Jimmy Fallon last night. He joined him in studio and talked about what the last year has been like for him. Look at this.
Go for you.
Oh, quarantine. Oh, listen, I was grateful every day to, be well and have my health and the health of my family. My wife and I realized that we've been married for a really long time, and quarantine really was an amazing kind of test for our marriage because, we were really isolated. And I think after a while we realized that we would kind of have to, even in our place, go away from each other. So we'd have breakfast, then she'd basically go to the bedroom, which we called the lair. And she spends like a lot of time in her lair.
That was her space.
And then, she'd text me and say, do you want to do lunch later? And I'd say, sure. And, we'd meet in the kitchen.
Smart.
Then she'd go back to the lair. And again, drinks and maybe dinner, I don't know, whatever. And then we'd get back together in the kitchen and do the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
And,
Kevin's an American crime drama, City on a Hill on Showtime. He's a good dude. I've met him a couple times. One time at the Fitzgerald Theater with his brother, because they do a music act.
Oh, I didn't know
And he's
that.
just a nice man. And I always, when I think of Kevin, he's been in everything, thus the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. But I always think of Footloose. I will always, he's Ren McCormick to me and always will be. My cousin Stan, who is basically my brother. I'm an only child. I know that shocks you. But I'm an only child, and my cousin Stan is older. He's like 6, 7 years older. He's basically my big brother. He was in high school during Footloose, and Stan dressed like Kevin Bacon. He cut his hair like Kevin Bacon in Footloose. He had newspaper clippings of every Footloose thing on the back of his door. I mean, he saw Footloose dozens of times in the theater.
So it's like extra cool.
Extra.
Yeah.
And he did. I mean, I wish I could I would show you. He did look like Kevin in Footloose. Have you ever seen Footloose, the original?
I have.
Wow, shiver me timbers.
It's a dancing movie. Of course I've seen it. I love dancing.
No, it is. You're right. It is
That's when I was younger, a big reason I wanted to watch it was because
the
they
dancing?
go and they dance and it's against the rules, but they're dancing. I thought it was kind of a cool thing.
This is what I love about that movie, though.
What?
The town can't dance, okay?
Nope.
They're not allowed to dance.
None of that.
Because God won't let them, according to the town. It's against it's it's based on a religious thing. So that none of the teenagers can dance. It's forbidden.
Yeah.
Then suddenly, when they're allowed to dance, they can do choreography. I always love that. And now I love it. The closing of Footloose is sensational. But all of a sudden, these kids that haven't been able to dance suddenly can dance to Kenny Loggins.
So has it ever bothered you that in every classic movie of all time ever, everyone on the street, all the wait staff, the house lady, the grandmother, they can all break into dance together?
Kendall, that's what life was like in the 50s.
Oh.
Everybody could dance.
Okay. Well, okay.
The house lady.
I don't know, the lady in the house.
Come here, house lady.
She was just in the house and then all of a sudden she
She's
was a dancer.
She's in the house and she's a lady. Next on the dish, Showtime is teasing the reboot of one of my all-time favorite shows, Dexter.
There really is nothing like getting back to nature. My nature.
Okay, that's it. If you blink, I should have warned you. If you blink, oh, there it is one more time.
Thank you.
The 10-episode limited series will be released this fall on Showtime. Now, how do I say this? Because let me say this. This is how I'll say it.
Okay.
If you trust me with restaurant recommendations, trust me on this one. Dexter is in my top 10 TV shows of all time. Dexter Season 4 with John Lithgow, connected to Footloose, is one of the best seasons of television I have ever seen.
Wow.
And I mean that. In any television, Season 4 of Dexter and Season 5 of The Good Wife, 2 of the best seasons of television I have ever watched. If you haven't watched Dexter, go watch it. And this is where I'm walking on a thin line here. The reason we need this reboot is because, spoiler alert, the series finale, not great. Left all of us like, huh? Yeah. Did not. Even Michael C. Hall admits it was a crapper. Yeah.
You know, I have to back you up. We like very different shows sometimes.
We do.
And I really like Dexter too. So.
Oh, look at us having something in common.
look at that.
No, it is. It's a fantastic. I got my mom. The Dar watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dar started watching Mayor of Easttown last night. I had to hook her up with my HBO Max.
And?
Oh Lord, poor mom. It was like I gave her the password and then the Wi-Fi, and then it was 4 hours later, and she got to watch the show. She loved it. It's so good. A new episode airs on Sunday.
Oh, they do it that way too.
Yeah, released on Sundays. Mayor of Easttown with Kate Winslet. But anyway, go watch Dexter. Get ready for the reboot. Next in the dish, the King of Pop's daughter is coming to the small screen. According to TMZ, Paris Jackson will join the cast of the 10th season of American Horror Story. Her godfather, Macaulay Culkin, was cast in the season 2. Paris will appear in the second portion of the season. Ryan Murphy, he's the grand poobah of it all, previously announced he would split up this season into 2 mini seasons. So there's 2 opportunities this year for him to ruin it instead of just 1.
Hot take.
I said that. It's true, though. I enjoy Ryan Murphy. Ratchet was one of my favorite shows of the last 13, 14 months. But Ryan, he's a verb to me. He's like an adjective, more of a verb. He Ryan Murphy'd it. Is it a verb or an adjective? I don't know. Where's Mrs. Freeze? But I use it as I kind of use it as a verb. Yeah, I know it's a verb. Where I said, oh, that show Ryan Murphy'd, meaning it starts really well.
Yeah.
And then it takes a turn down Nutter Butter Lane.
Oh. See, I was that whole time that you were talking about that, I have to be honest, the picture that we used of Paris, I think she's lovely, but did anybody else get kind of distracted by the thing on her head?
I don't know. I couldn't see. I was reading.
Oh, so you were busy reading the teleprompter.
I was reading Ted's Emmy-winning writing. I couldn't, right?
Right. Is this the last
Have we won
season?
an Emmy yet? No, we haven't won it. Well, Ted's Emmy-nominated writing.
Is this the last season of American Horror Story?
No, it's going to go on until the end. Cher will retire first before American Horror Story.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Let's talk to Cassie. Cassie, now I think we fixed your mic now. Cassie, where are you? Where are you from again, my friend?
I live in Balsam Lake, Wisconsin.
Oh, fantastic! We love the Wisconsin folks around here. Have you seen Dexter? Have you watched Dexter at all, Cassie?
Oh, I love that show.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep.
Okay, now we can talk. Do you not agree that John Lithgow was the greatest villain on that show?
I would say that the John Lithgow character definitely was. It's been a while since I've seen it, so.
I can't really say what he did, but yeah, he was without a doubt he was frightening, just frightening. And when you watch season 4, you'll understand why. Cassie's sticking around. We're going to get her. Now, Cassie, start thinking about this. What's your biggest pet peeve? We're going to ask Cassie a little bit later. And don't forget to participate yourself. Go to our Jason Show Facebook page and put your pet peeve, because for the rest of the hour, we are celebrating life's little annoyances. And that'll begin when we come back. Back in a moment. Beautiful shot by the uber-talented Adam. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Toenail clipping in public, jaywalking, close talking. Those are some common pet peeves. But what really gets our staff's blood boiling? Once again, it's time for another Jason Show staff extravaganza. Please welcome our stars, Kendall, executive producer Jeff, and of course, 73% of America loves them, producer Ted. Good morning, stars.
Good morning.
Okay, now we're going to start with Ted, but we're actually going to start, because we did post it on Facebook, I'm going to start with one from one of our viewers that I know America will agree with. Are we ready? Terry writes to us, people who have loud conversations on speakerphones. I don't want to hear all your drama while I'm picking up Band-Aids at Walgreens.
Oh.
Is she
also,
not...
can we, people with the earphones in talking?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But she's absolutely right. People on speakerphone are doing FaceTime in public, like when they're walking around Cub. I don't need to hear what Aunt Sandy is doing. I
Right.
don't care.
Diane's rash. I don't need to know, and Diane doesn't want me to know either.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I kind of like knowing those things?
Of
and
course you do.
I follow them around to hear
Ted,
it.
you knew he was going to say that.
Right. And I've been at bars where people FaceTime from
Yes.
the bar. That's
Yes.
annoying.
Yeah, like Kendall right there.
We
She-
miss ya.
Yeah. Okay, Ted's is by far the most controversial / we don't understand it. Ted, what is your pet peeve?
This is very controversial. Shopping carts. Here's the thing, and let me just lay this
said-
out. We've
Kendall,
done
he
an
said shopping
investigation. We'll
carts.
get to that in a second.
Okay.
But first of all, the shopping carts never work right. There's always a wheel that's like loose and hanging, and they always like tilt to the right or tilt to the left. But here's my real big problem with it. It's a hazard. Steve, we did an undercover investigation. We've got a video of this, and I mean, here we are. We're just this is a dramatization, and it just takes up the whole lane, and then you got the traffic here. They're blocking, and then other. Here we go. We're in the fruit aisle. They're coming right at me, and then this other one juts out.
Ted, did Tom Lydon record this video? Is this a Fox 9 investigator
Right.
piece?
I'm handing this off to them right after this.
Yeah.
And then this, he tries to move over, but still, I mean, this is not safe. This is not safe. And it's even worse if you have a shopping cart because you're like, nope, can't go that way. Nope, can't go that way. Nope, can't go that way. So you're just sitting there for hours.
May I add? Okay, but let me ask a question first, and then I have an addition to this. Oh, don't. Ted, if you're going for a major shopping expedition, what do you use? I mean, the shopping cart does have a practical purpose, my friend.
I don't do major shopping expeditions. Nothing that can fit. Nothing that won't fit into the little thing.
Now we're having fun, but you're actually being very serious.
Yes.
You're so single that he can only use one of those and be like, that's all I need.
Have any of you had a shopping cart mishap?
Yes.
I haven't. Come on.
I've been my ankle, someone not paying attention, rams into me with a metal shopping cart.
Was that someone you?
Whatever, Jeff. But I will say, but this is where I will agree with Ted.
Oh, don't.
There is an addendum to
Don't
this.
encourage.
Don't.
No. This is what I don't understand, and the parents are going to yell at me. I do not understand the need for those kids' carts that are the size of 747s, that are shaped like cars and trains.
You do
and
need
they're,
them.
And they're giant.
If you have like 3 kids and you are going shopping at Target and they're all under the age of 6 or under, you need to have somewhere to park them and belt them in so they don't run away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with those.
What?
What?
Okay, I can't.
Because if you have 3 kids, there's Louie, Dewey, and Huey, and they're in these, and they form an armada of their giant train carts.
Ted needs to go to Target more. They have the best carts.
They do. Jeff, you're
They're
right.
always smooth. I never have a problem.
No.
So true.
Now, my mother, who always agrees with Ted, and it drives me nuts. My mother will agree. You know how we all have a little, I don't know if it's OCD, but we have little tics that we can't. My mother always has to try the cart out first, and if it's even a little wobbly, back. She
That's a good
cannot
idea.
use a slightly wobbly cart at all.
That's probably a good idea.
I agree with her.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course
You
you.
could be in aisle 5 and have a loose wheel.
Yeah. Jeff, you don't understand this at all, do you? This is not a problem in your life?
No, I'm not high maintenance.
I don't think that was directed at me. It wasn't directed at me. right?
Not yet. We haven't gotten to yours there, Sister Soldier. We haven't gotten to yours. Do you have one? Kendall is also monitoring our social media.
I do. Okay, one that I think every mother understands, at least I know my mother would, is Gypsy Moore on Instagram said, using the stairs like shelves. Just put your stuff away. Like, like using the stairs like a shelf, so like the shoes and then the book, and then you keep just like piling your stuff up on the stairs to bring upstairs.
Who does that?
Oh,
Kids do it all the time.
When I was a kid and my parents would wash our clothes, they would put our folded clothes on the stairs to
Mine
go upstairs.
too.
And then my brother and I just kind of treated it as that's our closet now, because we just take that shirt and put it on.
Oh, really? Oh, I grew up like in a ranch-style house. We didn't have stairs, so They don't have stairs in Indiana. We didn't have that kind of. We didn't have those fancy houses in Indiana. Not at all.
Nope.
No. But I'm sorry, you're gonna say.
Oh,
something.
I just have one more that's funny. Eckert5 also said, people who don't use their blinkers, and then in quote she goes, my husband.
Yeah, we could do, I know, Jeff, mine's coming up, and I was going to do the one that I always do, which is slow left lane drivers. But we could do literally a whole show just on traffic annoyances and driving annoyances.
Right.
That could be a whole after school special, for heaven's sake.
It could.
It could. But when we come back, Kendall, executive producer Jeff, and my more pet peeves plus yours when we come back. Back in a moment. Mine is host that can't talk. Yeah. I love our viewers. Y'all are great on the Jason Show Facebook page. We're talking all about pet peeves today. It's a good little stress release. Guys, let me get your hot take on this one. I think Judy's right. Judy Siebert writes, friends, people who think the roadside is a garbage can and throw litter out of their car, including cigarettes.
Agreed.
Yeah. There are garbage cans all over the place. I don't understand the desire. I can't even think of doing that. I would feel so bad rolling down my window and throwing out my bottle of Dew, my Mountain Dew. I don't even drink Mountain Dew, but you know what I mean?
Right. It's so gross.
It is. Okay, I'm going to go here, I guess, and that is my biggest pet peeve, well, one of them, tardy people. Consistently tardy people. People that are late consistently. Because to me, when you are, and look, everybody's going to be late. I'm late. If you could see the staff right now, they would be, but I'm talking about habitual lateness to the tune of 20, 30 minutes. Because to me, that tells me that you think your time is more important than my time and that you have no respect for other people's time. I actually think it's more of the first one. You think you and your day are far more valuable and important than the person you have a meeting with. I worked for someone once that was always, and I was in charge of scheduling that person, and he or she was always 20 to 30 minutes late, and I would always get the phone call. So then what I started doing in year 2 or 3 of working for this person was lie to her and say, I need you to be here at 1:30 if I really needed her to be there at 2.
1 o'clock.
At 2, yeah. But tardiness, am I alone on this one?
Yeah, but you doing that makes you have to do the extra effort for that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. But it helps me because I don't want that phone call from the person going, where is she?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who was it?
What? I'm sorry, Ted, what?
Who was it?
Her name was Sally. No.
What do I always say, Ted? Find me in a bar and I'll tell you all these stories. No, I'm not gonna put anybody on blast, but that's what the kids say. But no, I'm not kidding, but I'm not kidding at all. It drives me just crazy because I have people in my life that are always late. And it's just, to me, a big sign of disrespect.
I know, and there are those people that are always like, well, I always have to come late to the party, or I don't want to be first. And I'm always one that's like, well, then I'm by myself or hosting for 35 minutes and no one's there.
Yeah.
Because I'm always on time.
It gives me the impression that they're just sloppy. Like their lives are sloppy.
Oh.
That's a good point. Like you're frazzled always, and why?
Oh, I didn't look at it through the sloppy lens, but yeah. Because I mean, and I will say this, the three of you guys are very punctual. And I mean
we work in TV.
We have to be punctual.
The show starts at 10 if you're late or not.
Well, that is true.
You have to be there.
You can't really be late at this job. Because
I mean, some people are.
The opening, you're right, some people.
Not us.
Jeff, what are their names? Ted asked me. Go ahead.
Jeff.
Put them on blast, Lori
They
Fisher.
don't work here anymore.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, they don't work. Yeah, mine doesn't.
Don't say Lori.
I'm joking. Anyway, Going back to our Facebook page, a lot of people are saying the late thing. A lot of people are saying tardy people drive them nuts.
I'm getting a lot of people with driving things. So the left lane, or people who go too slow, things like that. Driving is a big one here that people seem to be very irritated about.
Yeah, and to put a punctuation mark on it, I won't do my usual, which is slow people in the passing lane. But my new one is, and I don't understand why this concept is hard for people that go, and can we go to a 4-box? I want to see if they agree. People that go 30 miles an hour on an on-ramp when you're trying to merge onto a highway. That is so dangerous. There is a purpose to the on-ramp, and the purpose is to match the speed of the highway that you are merging onto.
Traffic Tina has something to say. We see a lot of crashes on and off ramps, and I just have to say, I'm guessing, I don't know this specifically, but it has something to do with that because people aren't able to get up or slow down fast enough because somebody is afraid to get on the highway.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, you're scared, you just go over there.
You gotta gun it a little bit. You no, you do. I mean, you gotta find your place, Simba.
Yeah, Highway 100 in the crosstown,
Is it, I don't mean to, yeah, we gotta go anyway. Okay, when we come back, I was just checking time. When we come back, Kendall and executive producer Jeff right after this. Stay with us. Freeing. Release the pet peeves. Oh, we have the best viewers, period. We have Kendall and Jeff. Allow me to read you another one. Annie for the win. Annie Hutar, not letting people out of the elevator before you rush in. Oh. Yes.
Yes. Girl.
Who does that?
Horrible people.
Everybody. I live in a building with an elevator. People have no elevator. They have no elevator manners whatsoever.
They're just animals.
They're just elevator animals.
Elevator animals.
Let me see here. People riding on your tail. People saying a lot. Yeah. Okay, the Jason Show staff is sharing their biggest pet peeves and sharing yours, and now it is Kendall's turn.
Okay, mine is a little vague, and I feel like either people are going to get it or they're going to be like, you're a really horrible person. Mine is people who have like that lingering personality. I'm going to linger and just hang out getting on Highway 100. I'm going to linger over the canned food at Target and see what I want. I'm going to linger here while I walk in slowly to the bathroom line. Where is your sense of urgency? I have places to be. Pick out your tuna. Figure out what you want from the coffee shop. The line is 10 people deep. You don't already know what you want. Hurry up. Like, I have places to be. Was that
Ted?
Okay, no
do you have something to say on this one?
She's very important.
No. Jeff, do you have any?
I mean, like when you're in a drive-thru and someone doesn't know what they're gonna order, I'm
That's
always
what
like,
I mean.
Oh, that annoys me.
You are at McDonald's. You get a Big Mac or chicken nuggets. You're done. Go.
See, I knew
We
executive
all have
producer
been to
Jeff would
McDonald's
get
a
me.
million times. You know what you want.
I'm just gonna say, we have now agreed on two things, and there is a meme that goes around that, and this is such a generality, but I'm talking in my community. We always joke, we don't know how straight people get anywhere because y'all walk real slow.
Yes.
I mean, I'm serious.
Where is your sense of urgency? Like at the state fair when you're like behind someone who's walking like
is
this, and you're like,
what? It's the fair is different, Kendall. Now you lost me there.
Horrible example.
Horrible example, Kendall.
It's the folks
Shame.
that there is like Jeff said, the thing about the line. You've been in line for 10 minutes
know.
and now you don't know what you want, or you're hanging out by the tuna. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Is this a great debate for you? Because move. I want to grab that one and get you on up out of here.
God, I love you. I do love the meme is funny though. I don't know how straight people get anywhere because we are just like we move. We have stuff to do.
Yes.
Jeff,
is it my turn?
It is. You're last.
I have a list of so many, but I'll.
Oh my goodness!
Kidding? No, I don't. I actually do, but no. My number one, and you guys are all gonna agree. I just know, are group texts.
Oh, yes!
I love my friends. I love texting with my friends. But when you're on a group text with like more than 5 people,
yes,
and where should we go to dinner tonight? Oh God, it's like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because then it turns into like, we should go here. Oh, I don't like that food. How about this place? Oh, I don't like that place. And it's like 300 texts later.
Yeah. Ding,
you
ding,
finally have an
ding,
answer.
ding,
And then
ding.
people, when they like a text or give a thumbs up on a text, then you get another notification.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. My father removes himself from our
Me
family
too.
texts all the time, and then he'll be like, oh, what were you guys, like later on he'll be like, you didn't tell me that happened. I'm like, Dad, 'cause you keep removing yourself from the family group text.
Yeah. I know. My boss at the radio got mad at me one day because she put all of the hosts on a group chat. And think about that. It's a group of people that talk for a living. So there's 8,000 messages, and then I press the button that it says, so she sent me a picture that everyone got. It says, Jason Matheson has left the conversation. And I love it.
That's not surprising.
It's not.
We've been in meetings with you.
I know. I don't
I
want
stopped hanging out with groups of more than 4 people.
No more than 4 items at a grocery store,
That's right,
and
Jeff.
no more than 4 friends.
Ted is basically a human express lane. That's right.
He's
It's like
basically Amish.
Really quick, I do have an extra pet peeve.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And this actually came up yesterday. So apparently on Earth Day, it's become a thing to take pictures of yourself and Earth and post it on social media.
Excuse
Look,
me.
I love the Earth.
Where's he
I
going
love
with
the
this?
Earth.
Yeah.
But why are we taking pictures and posting ourselves and celebrating the Earth and Earth Day?
Can we just acknowledge that I don't know what happened to Ted's lighting, but he looks like he's at the saloon. He looks like he's at a club.
That was Mother Earth
That is
turning
like
him
some
off.
club lighting that you have today.
So I actually decided to get on board this trend and take a video of me and the Earth. So this is me celebrating Earth Day.
This is like the opening of Little House on the Prairie.
It is. He's Melissa Gilbert.
Or Carrie if he falls.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Excuse me, I'm the only one in this whole group that actually posted a photo of themselves on Earth on Earth Day. So I don't know who you meant to offend here.
What's happening?
Ted, what is this? What is happening?
Oh, just wait. It gets a little better. And not a lot better. Just
Well,
maybe
it
a
has
little better.
nowhere to go but up. I mean, what is happening?
Can't get worse.
Slow motion.
I mean, Wendy Williams.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you petting
It's
a
the
tree?
definition of a tree hugger. Wow. Is Wendy Williams on yet? Let's just.
Petting a tree.
And Jeff, we wonder why we haven't won an Emmy. I mean.
It's great material.
We're not submitting this show.
Could you imagine, though, if we did send this show to the Emmy voters? Our luck, we would win. We
They'd
would
be like,
finally.
this is so new and interesting.
We would finally beat the opera people. Thanks to Kendall, producer Ted, and executive producer Jeff, and all of you. We had fun with you reading all your comments. We're going to take a break. We'll be back on this Friday right after this. What fun. A good little laugh there. Ted's music video. Welcome back. Reading more of your comments. A lot of people wrote basic rudeness. Various degrees you guys were writing. Eating with your mouth open. A lot of people wrote, and I agree with this one. You know how I am with the service industry. Unintentional rudeness to service industry people. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. When people act better than the people that are assisting them.
And they don't even realize it.
They don't
sometimes.
even
and
know.
You're like,
It's like the barista is a human being too. You are no
Right.
better than that
Right.
person serving you coffee.
no.
They are, you're no better than that server. And if you're thinking you're fancier, chances are that server's probably making more money than you are. If they're working at a fancy restaurant. Just saying. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like you're no better than they are. Thanks so much for the comments. We sincerely have had a blast. It's just been a good stress reliever on a Friday. We're going to wrap things up when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone. Wrap things up. Bubblegum goodbye time. Before we say goodbye, here we go. In my hand, I'm holding the question. And the question today, what is the weirdest thing you find attractive in a person? Ladies first, as always.
Cauliflower ears. Okay, you don't know what they are.
For wrestling.
For wrestling, yeah, wrestler ears. I think cauliflower ears are really hot. My husband's a wrestler. But
well, I mean, that makes sense if he's. I mean,
I just
yeah.
Go ahead. It's so weird.
Mine, giant noses. I like a
giant schnoz. See, this is really hard to talk about.
Jeff about had a cardiac arrest. He was like, what is my host going to say? But big noses, like big Roman nose. I like a big nose.
And
then
Roman nose.
I like freckles, and this is the weird one. Moles, like little like freckles.
I like the just perfect amount of hairy calves. Like if
Steve,
the
come
calf
back to
hair
me.
is just
Steve, come
right.
back to me real quick. Dear Emmy voters, please consider the Jason Show for best talk show. Thanks. Monday on the show, if we're still here, Stephanie Hansen will join us. She's talking spices and Mother's Day recommendations. But right now, if you're still watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. Have a great weekend, everybody. In all sincerity, stay safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you on Monday.